Hello and welcome to our last installment of MC in Focus, a weekly newscast produced by the students of Advanced Broadcast Journalism at Montgomery College. I'm Elena Flores.
And I'm Tom Daly. After Osama bin Laden's death, the Baltimore-Washington region is stepping up security. Starting this week, people that ride on Metro will see more uniformed officials around. According to the Metro spokeswoman, Lisa Farbstein, Metro is working with area law enforcement partners to increase security in the system. However, other security measures are designed to be invisible. The Maryland Transit Administration says that there may be more uniformed and undercover patrols. For example, 2 police officers were stationed Monday morning on each side of the platform at the King Street Metro station in Alexandria, Virginia.
In the wake of Osama bin Laden's death, one of the largest mosques in the D.C. area is holding an open house. Dar al-Hijra in Falls Church had plans for the open before the death of Osama bin Laden, but Imam Johari Abdul Malik believes that bin Laden's death presents a unique opportunity to reach the community. The open house will hopefully help the area's opinion of the mosque due to the members' allegedly involvement in the terrorist events of 9/11 and the Fort Hood shootings. The open house is scheduled to take place tomorrow from 11 to 5 in Falls Church. For more information, visit hijra.org.
Over 1,000 people have been arrested and many more simply gone missing in Syria after another round of raids set to crush the rebellions throughout the country against President Bashar Assad. Soldiers went door to door last Saturday arresting anyone that the government deemed a possible threat, mostly men under the age of 40. European nations have been summoning Syrian ambassadors for the last 6 weeks to demand that Assad cease fire against his own people. Threats of sanctions have been strong as troops supported by tanks began open hostilities against protesters in the city of Daraa. Last week, Assad said that he knows there's need for reform in Syria, but the people remain unconvinced as the body count continues to climb into the several hundreds.
A local high school teacher has been named top teacher of the country. Honored by President Obama, Michelle Scheer, who teaches chemistry at Urbana High School, was recognized in a Rose Garden ceremony. The president said Scheer represents teachers across the country who are committed to improving their own skills in order to better educate their students. Scheer said she was honored to be selected to represent the noble profession of teaching. Scheer will make appearances across the country advocating for public education through speeches, presentations, and other presentations.
Finals week is coming up at Montgomery College and everyone is preparing.
I don't really know what I'm doing for finals week. I think I'm just rolling with the punches and studying last minute, which usually works out pretty well for me.
For finals week, I got only 2 finals, so I'll do a little bit of studying and definitely take advantage of the free massages and free donuts they got at the campus center.
For finals, I am staying up really late studying, I'm cramming. I'm spending a lot of time in the library because it's one of the few places where I can focus because it's quiet enough.
Just reading the books, and I'm just mostly focusing on that. Trying to do it during the day, not during the night, so I can actually get my sleep.
Okay, first of all, I gotta get all my information organized with the teachers, get their reviews, get the books I need, also get enough rest to give my all, and also probably, do study groups and try to do my best.
The Office of Student Life on the Rockville campus is hosting de-stress activities starting next week. There will be light refreshments and snacks as well, and massages and a quiet study area will be in the Student Activity Center, May 9th through 13th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. For the final exam schedule, visit montgomerycollege.edu. Coming up, we will talk with longtime MC employee Betty Harrell.
And Tom Plyman will get us up to date on this week's sports.
Do you love nature? Do you want to see it clean? So stop throwing out garbage on the streets. If you do it, others are gonna do it too. Teach your family and the person that you love how to take care of the nature. Take care of our environment. Help others to understand that throwing out garbage on the streets is not making any good to the environment. Would you like someone throw out garbage on your face? I don't think so. If you see any garbage on the streets, be nice and take it to the wastebasket. Do the right thing.
Betty Harrell, a longtime staff member who has been the backbone of the photography department, is retiring.
To see what her big plans are, MC and Focus reporter Lee Utterback went and had a talk with her.
Let's take a look.
MC graduates aren't the only ones leaving the college. Photography lab coordinator Betty Harrell is retiring after 40 years at Montgomery College. She started out in the records office and then moved on to the library and the biology department before her current job in photography. Betty has even taught a couple classes here at the college. I sat down with Betty Harrell and talked about her time here at Montgomery College.
When I first came to the college, I'm one of the, I guess, few people who've moved around a bit. And it was a good move for me because my degree is in fine arts from here, communication, an AA in fine arts. And it was a nice marriage between science and art, which I kind of liked. I didn't really begin with an interest in photography. As I said earlier, I started out as a fine artist in art here. And I had the opportunity to work in photography, and then I learned photography as I worked here. So it was a nice marriage because the concept of art, producing fine art, you do the same thing in photography, you just use a different medium, you use a camera. I've been here long enough to have evolved from traditional photography, wet lab, all the way through digital now. So even though the medium has changed, the concepts are the same, getting an image, conveying a message through photographs. When I started here, I hated it. I mean, I want to be an artist. I don't want to deal with the nuts and the bolts and the technology and the computers and the cameras. And I just wanted to work. And then finally something dawned on me. It was like a light. It was like, you know what? It's a little zen here. Embrace the technology. Don't fight it.
Betty definitely made an impact on many of the faculty and students at MC. Here's what they have to say.
My memories of her are all very fond. She deserves to go off and do whatever she's going to do. We're going to miss her. I'm not really sure how the department is going to function without her. Her institutional knowledge is so great that it probably will never be replaced.
To hear that Professor Harrell is retiring after 40 years, it's kind of like, oh, someone else won't get to experience what I experienced with her. She was very awesome as a professor, and I just wish her the best.
She has always been there for me and for everybody ever since I started working here. And it is a bittersweet occasion to see her go.
And those feelings are mutual.
I like interacting with the students. I like the environment. It's always fresh and new and exciting. It changes. I think one of the reasons I stay here so long is because I get bored easily. And I like the idea of always having another challenge. And I'm going to miss the people. I'm going to miss the environment. I'm going to miss the fun of coming in here and interacting with the students. It's kept me young over the years. It really has. People have been very flattering and said, oh, you've stayed so young. What's your secret? I said, being around young people, students.
We also talked about her plans after retirement.
What I want to do is get back into art. I want to start being an artist again. I want to do some things with that. My daughter is expecting her third child, so I'm going to be a grandma, which I already have 4 grandchildren, and I'm going to do some things with her. I've already contacted my oldest grandson's high school, and I'm going to volunteer there. I want to work with kids in the high school. I have a place in Maine. I want to travel. So yeah, I got a lot I want to do. Those are my immediate plans.
Here are some words from Betty Harrell to all the students and faculty who have worked with her over the years.
I want to thank a lot of the people at the college, some of my coworkers and people who've been extremely supportive, but I also want to thank the students. I don't know how I can't say it enough, because the students are what make Montgomery College, and their enthusiasm and vibrance And it's, again, it's a symbiotic relationship because when you get some teachers in there, they just feed each other, and it's just wonderful. And I'm getting sentimental, but that's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
On behalf of Montgomery College, we'd like to say thank you, goodbye, and good luck to you, Betty Harrell. For MC in Focus, I'm Lee Utterback.
Where's your umbrella? You might want to keep it handy because it looks like rain will be here. Today will be partly cloudy in the lower 70s. Later on today, it will drop down to the lower 40s, and there is a chance of showers tomorrow. Tomorrow, it will be partly sunny with winds around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Highs will be in the lower 70s, so if you'd like to go out tomorrow morning is the perfect time because showers won't show up until later that evening. Sunday morning, it will be mostly cloudy around the mid-70s. There's a 40% chance of showers and slight thunderstorms. Sunday evening will drop to the lower 50s. The Capitals' postseason hopes come to a disappointing end.
The NBA Finals are in full swing, and you'll never be able to guess who wore what to President Obama's announcement of bin Laden's death.
For these stories, we go to our very own Tom Plyman for sports.
Thank you. Well, they did it to us again. The Washington Capitals have broken the hearts of their fans. After finishing the regular season with a 48-23-11 record, the best record in the Eastern Conference, the Caps lost on Wednesday to the Tampa Bay Lightning, ending the second-round series pathetically, getting swept 4-0. During the regular season, Washington held a 4-1-1 record against Tampa and were very heavily favored to beat them after beating the hated New York Rangers. But just like the last 3 years when the Caps were great during the regular season, they found a way to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. For longtime DC hockey fans, this is nothing new. Going back to the 80s, they have lost when expected to win, blowing leads to teams like the Islanders, Penguins, and of course the Lightning. Since the loss, many fans, and you're looking at one of them, have called for coach Bruce Boudreau to be fired. With a possible new coach, a slew of free agents, we'll probably see a revamped team next year. It'll be a long summer. On a positive note, the Caps were represented during the historic announcement by Obama on Sunday. A behind-the-scenes photo of the president approaching the podium shows a White House staff member rocking the red. So, there's that. Quick NBA update. The playoffs are rolling along with the 4 series being extremely competitive. In the West, Memphis and Oklahoma City are tied 1 game apiece, and the Lakers are down to the Dallas Mavericks 0-2. In the East, Chicago was shocked in Game 1 by the Hawks, but came back to tie the series. And finally, the Miami Heat are on fire. The team hated by most sports fans is up 2-0 on the Boston Celtics. This weekend, we have the Kentucky Derby plus a Manny Pacquiao fight. And finally, I'd like to say goodbye to Gary Williams. The Maryland coach retired yesterday. Thanks for the memories and good luck, Gary. Back to you.
Thanks, Tom. Montgomery College played host to a cupcake war on Wednesday. 4 local cupcake makers showed up to put their sweet treats to the test. MC students voted for their favorite cupcakes, and Lily McGillies, with 2 of their signature flavors, strawberry cheesecake and salty caramel, walked away the winner. We were able to catch up with NBC4's Liz Crenshaw, who was covering the event.
We're here to cover the Montgomery College Cupcake Wars taste test. One of the things that I do as a consumer reporter is we run taste tests a lot when there's a popular new product in town. So when Montgomery College said they were going to do 4 local bakers, we said, can we come shoot the story? So that's why we're here.
Thank you for tuning in to our last installment.
This was a blast, and signing off for the last time this year, I'm Tom Daly.
And I'm Elena Flores. Thanks for watching.